Welcome, faraway friends, to another installment of Darkeport, Barovia. Woo! There's a Strahd, for those of you who are not familiar with the local geography, who would not include our own Gira over here, who's quite familiar with it. So, little running gag over here. Welcome, and we're gonna give a shout out to our sister stream, Constructed Chaos. Thanks, Morgan, and the rest of the Chaos crew. Thank you so much for walking the journey with us. Also, Seduction over there is our signature scent.
And
how you doing?
Oh, and today we have
some wax melts if you love the smell of seduction. You have a wax melter at home that you prefer over a traditional candle. You got both options, or you do one in one room and one in the other. But the smell is so good, you will be seduced. You smell it through the plastic. It smells so good.
We had I'm gonna check to make sure where that other scent came from, but I think that also came from Briarwick. Yeah.
Yeah, it did.
It's a Briarwick. Okay, I'll have to give that a shout out at the other side. That was a funny little thing. All right, y'all. And with that, without further ado, let's get in there, eh?
Light it up. Let's get seduced up in here. Fire. Justin has to tell me when it's lit, because I can never tell.
There you go.
I did it.
You're getting tricksy. You did the thing.
I did the thing.
We have a little journal entry.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Right into it. All right.
Come on, Durkin.
Let's see how we do.
Durkin Oak Shield.
All right. So, this is kind of after the conversations with Ismark and whatever, and Durgan started thinking about some of those things and just kind of doing a little self-reflection. So.
Very healthy.
Right. Beneath this heavy sky of grey, I've come to ken clearly that suffering itself carries no promise, but rather 'tis our choice of thought that shapes the path we tread. When pain finds us, whispering bitterness, we may feel tempted to answer in kind, seeing cruelty in every shadow. Yet in choosing to shift our heart's gaze, we find the deeper truth. Pain is a forge. The same fire that hardens metal can also purify gold. And likewise, our thoughts determine what emerges from our suffering. If we choose to think, this hurt has made me stronger, gentler, more aware of others, then compassion blooms within like wildflowers after stormy rains. If instead of closing our hearts, we think, my suffering links me to every other soul who has felt pain, bonds of empathy and wisdom form where bitterness may have taken root. Hardship itself guarantees no growth, aye, but it offers fertile ground. We grow resilient not because life forces us, but because we choose to rise each day, responding with courage rather than surrendering to despair. Yet, still I know there are days when the choosing itself feels heavy, when weariness tempts me to yield to darkness, and on those days, I recall the smallest acts of kindness that I've witnessed. A gentle hand offering to someone who's fallen. A warm word spoken to soothe aching hearts. Bread shared with hunger lingered. Or simply a patient ear of a friend listening to sorrows unspoken. These wee candles in the stormy night remind me that even humble gestures hold immense power. And each choice to persist, to nurture hope and compassion, no matter how small, gathers strength like the river fed by countless streams. So I remind myself each day, even in darkness, even when hope feels faint, my thoughts remain my own. By turning them to compassion and wisdom, I reclaim the dawn. Though storms linger, I choose to meet them bravely, knowing that my response, my chosen thoughts, shape me into the wiser, kindler soul I strive to become.
That's beautiful. Thank you.
It's very wise.
Yep.
I literally wrote down "wee candles in the stormy night."
Wee candles. Just the wee candles.
Wee candles.
Candles.
You do that really well, Caitlin. That's good.
I cannot do a Scottish.
Well, you got
I'm
that.
just learning a little bit by osmosis by sitting next to you.
You got that part. Artexia, you're walking on out. The few eyes that are in there mind their own business, as you've already found and are going to continue to find in Barovia. People tend to do. So they don't really pry into your affairs. I'm sure the rest of your group is alert, but no one moves to try to prevent you. And so it is that you come to stand at the threshold, and the man, he's just outside the threshold, and then he nods to you, takes one step off to the side so that you're not directly in the line of sight, of the people in there. And the fellow you're looking at, he immediately strikes you as someone of mixed blood, where he's both human and elf. You see aspects of both. Very, very mortal, though. So he's well into the winter of his life, and he's a study in contrasts, because the age is obvious, his strength is also obvious. He's not a bulky figure or anything, but you can feel a certain subtle but deep life force coming off of him. He's got on a top hat, of all things, but it's, instead of black, it's more of like a muted bronze color, and it goes with the rest of his outfit. He's got on spectacles. He has a well-worked, it's not actually the metal bronze, but like the wood has been stained. It looks like it has like a silver cap at the end. And he's holding a sheaf of maybe maps or rolled papers or something. And he looks at you for a moment. Guten Tag.
Why am I blushing right now? Oh my god.
Brave soul you are.
Brave? Why?
To have such life force in such a dreary place, my dear. Fascinating.
I just get bashful and I kind of step aside because it seems like he was coming in, right? Get out of his way as if he were coming in.
You start to, and he says, I have no other purpose here. You have my full attention.
Are we seeing and hearing any of this, or is she all the way out the...
She's all the way out. Yeah.
Okay, I guess I take a step outside.
Okay.
With him? Yeah.
He somehow perfectly navigates that space that's both intimate and yet respectful.
Oh my god.
And with the hair, the hair, actually, well, I guess under the top hat, you can't see all of it, but you kind of see like a generous, it's almost like an old school, I want to say, I know this seems like I'm gilding the lily here, but it's almost like out of a production of Pride and Prejudice or something, like with the hair kind of flying back.
Not the Darcy hat. Yeah. We knew he'd make an appearance in our game.
Darcy hat.
He says, "You walk without fear. You must not have been here very long. Or perhaps you're an extraordinary soul. Or both."
It feels like it's been a long time that we've been here. However, a land like this is nothing new to me. I've been alone for a while.
There's being alone, and then there's being isolated. You are in, not to alarm, you are in some degree of danger, just for the fact that you are what you are.
So we've still been walking around with the hood on, right? So these are...
And I have you disguised to the best of my current ability.
And so he just knows, or he... so I'm going to pretend like I don't know what he's talking about. I'm going to go...
I'm full of life.
I'm like, fuck. All right, how would you what are you trying to insinuate here?
I am not a foe. In fact, quite the opposite. But here in Barovia, one learns to tread intentionally.
I won't say you're incorrect.
Rictavio.
Artexia.
And unless you stop him, he just kind of very matter-of-factly, as though nothing else could possibly happen, he takes your hand and just brushes it with his lips.
He can feel almost a hesitation to let him have my arm whenever he goes, but I do let him because, again, I'm kind of bashful. It's been a lot of sadness, right? And then suddenly there's a little beam of light kind of showing. But I still don't want to let him know that he's right. So he feels the resist, and I go, what business do you have with me?
He keeps his grip very light, and when a couple eyes start turning away, you just feel him kind of when they mind their own business after that. You are unique here. You in particular, although your group, you clearly are visitors from beyond the mists. As am I.
You are? How long have you been here?
With advantage, make a persuasion check.
Is there a window in the front that I would be able to have eyes
From
her?
That's a really good question.
he has deliberately placed himself.
I left my paper over there, but here, I'll do this real quick.
See what's on the die.
Feel if the heat was there, though. My juju,
We're really testing it.
Oh, fuck. It fell in the middle of all these. Huh?
It's with advantage.
you can roll again.
to us.
So give us a roll.
Okay.
Second bite of the roll.
Where there's
Feel it out this time. Get the good
Yeah, I'm gonna get this one.
there is one. You'd have to get up from your table and walk over, but yeah.
What's near the window? Just another.
It's another 4. Hold on, let me grab my...
Okay, yeah, go grab your stuff.
It's right here.
Yeah, it's a.
Am I the only one that's concerned about the fact that she just got up?
Kira's been watching the door and
Where is it?
And now
she's
they're out of your visual.
did she just get up and voluntarily walk
Yeah,
towards
she
the door?
literally didn't even say anything to us.
Right?
But in character, you don't know if there's charm. You don't know if there's. Just.
But she saw the strange, the male figure kind of sort of stepping in, but not stepping in.
Yeah.
He never really came in.
It wouldn't be the first time that she's just on her own.
I don't...
Yeah, I'm not super cool with that. I hate to be the one who gives a shit, but and she just gets up and walks toward that
There's
window.
an empty table there.
And she's trying to look at it without being like,
Gira stands up. She's like, I think I need to refill our water skins. She sits down. She collects some water skins, and then because there's that little well right outside.
Yeah.
So she's just
that's
gonna bang the doors open and just
That's-
walk straight towards the well and go.
That's good, Melissa.
9.
9. Okay.
I'm so
says-
thirsty.
I refill water skins. No.
Not to bury the lead, Liebchen, but let's speak. If you're here tomorrow, let's speak then, at length. Yes. Bless you.
Sorry. Tried to ignore it and say something.
And he falls in love with you because he shoots you.
okay, so sneeze, seal the deal.
As Gira bangs the door open and Farron appears at the window as carefully as possible, you actually do see him crack a little smile, and he leans in and he says, "I assure you, the time won't be wasted."
Tomorrow, then, as I shudder through my breath, basically, I speak only loud enough for him to hear because he's so close. Okay.
He gives he tips his hat to you, and then as soon as he walks in, his persona changes. "Friends, how are we doing here? Ah, Erwin, I see you lurking back there. Donica is beautiful as ever." And people start laughing. He starts throwing coin around. People are several of the hunters are coming up over to him and, "Well, all right, sir, do you have those 5 pelts for me yet? I'm still needing them for my experiments." And people are just coming around. There's some probably older teenagers who who materialize out of the back, and he just starts handing out these maps to them like candy or something. And they're like poring over them and studying them. One junior achiever in particular, she grabs a hold of it and she's like, "Well, are you sure you got this distance right?" And he's like, "Oh, fairly," and just all of that.
Sasha grab one of those?
Sasha's looking at this and like, but y'all have been pretty careful, and Sasha's like picked up on that vibe, so he doesn't just run over there because he doesn't know this person.
Okay.
I'm wondering what angle this guy is trying to play at. It seems as if...
His energy
Well, I'm walking straight over to you if you're still outside.
Okay, you're coming
Because
to
he
me.
leaves if you're still outside.
Well, I'm going to lean into
She's
you.
like...
Yep.
I'm going to lean into you because I know that you're obviously there for a reason. And I'm going to, as I'm still looking at him, go, he's quite a character, is he not? He said he's from our world, right? The other side of the mist.
He said he's from beyond the mist.
Beyond the mist, yeah.
So
He said he's also from beyond the mist.
Interesting.
We're going to have to keep an eye on him. Here,
What else
let's...
did you say? I know.
I'm not going to say anything else, though. And I'm just going to start walking back
I'll take
into
first
the
watch.
What did he say what he wanted?
He didn't, but he said he wanted to see me tomorrow.
Well, that is what he wanted.
Perhaps. There could be an underlying, other than trying to fraternize.
Here? Or somewhere else?
Here, right? No, he said frick. I don't remember where he said.
he didn't say it. You got the impression that he meant
Here.
you. For some reason, you're pretty sure that he was standing outside his room. There's something.
Okay.
There's something about the body language or something like that, or maybe he's just very at ease in this place.
You didn't explicitly say.
He didn't explicitly say no.
I also didn't ask. So that was a very smart of me. I should have asked. I got all caught up.
That means he will come and find you.
Shall we make our way back inside? They're waiting for us, and we look over at the window. Do I still see her peering?
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go.
It's like a foggy window with like two eyes in the mouth.
It's still just a bit, right? It's still just a bit past. What did we decide? It was high gray.
High gray.
High gray.
Gray.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Still just a bit past high gray. But you're seeing people beginning to filter in here. Any of you who have traveled extensively, you know that even in Barovia, there are certain patterns that happens in taverns, and so the crowd that comes during the day is going to be very different. Who's going to be in here maybe 4 or 5 hours from now? Mm-hmm. These are the regulars. These are the locals. They obviously know each other. Like, you see several of them go up. They don't even have to tell Danica what they want. She just kind of serves them, and they just kind of nod, and it's all very, very ingrained. Mm-hmm. And there are two. I think I had mentioned last time that there were two hunters, a younger one, and then an older one who had that feel of like almost a military-esque feel to them as they tighten each other's straps, looked over the gear without hardly a word exchanged between the two of them. And finally, let's see. Nope. No, never mind. Okay, none of that happens. So
Wait, can we try again? Can we?
I'm just doing a gear. I'm just doing a gear check because that is the thing in this module.
Are they back in yet?
Yeah, they're in. While they were gone, did you want to do anything, or were you just kind of holding space? Because it's Mark and Sasha.
Well, I really want to go to the blacksmith to get that job done before nightfall. So I want to take Gira with me. At least that was the plan.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
okay, but you're gonna wait. You're gonna wait for her.
I can wait a while until they come back in. I assume they're not going to be out there for too long.
I'm probably outside refilling water skins.
Yeah, I know.
For like
she wanted to put out that
5 minutes.
Not that
tops?
long. Yeah, it's not going to be that long.
Yeah. I'm not going long. I come back in with her.
One good side effect, Farron, of people minding their own business is you're used to drawing commentary, sometimes unwanted advances, everywhere you go. You have a 19 charisma, right? I believe. So, I mean, unless you deliberately
Charming.
unless you deliberately dim yourself down, which you can do. You know how to pull your energy.
No. Her goal is to start talking to peeps.
But one of the good things is that you don't really get any of that random attention.
I was going to ask you, what does it seem to be the general reaction? Is that people are uninterested in us? Are we getting the vibe that they see strange groups of people in here often, or are there a lot of eyes on us?
That's a good question. Make an insight check and see how well. There's some obvious things, and then...
Classic. That one.
Oh my god. Baby. Okay, it's different dice then.
Different dice for you.
Please donate to the Caitlin Gets New Dice That Don't Hate Her Fund.
Yes.
There'll be a link below.
So, try this one and see what you think. See if you like it.
Oh, not the crazy strap.
That's a crazy one.
Can I re-roll my insight check?
Sorry. Let's see. You
Insight.
start to feel the waves of mana around you, and you start to have a mild out-of-body experience as you're just kind of like the back of your head is do. It's not exactly painful, but you're totally consumed with your own internal process. So you sit down, and only the most obvious thing occurs to you, which is that people don't seem to be staring at you, but you already knew that.
Where's Gira with the water skins? Need to hydrate. My head is hurting.
And Ismark is still caught up. For us it's been a bit, but for the characters, this is you just got to town, so you hear Ismark still muttering, "Indigent. What did we do? Sasha, am I carrying myself like I'm indigent? I'm in grandfather's armor." "No, brother. It's just, yeah." No, he's still...
That's hilarious.
He's a proud little man.
That's fine. You wear it very well. It's just, I know I'm not quite as tall as he was, okay? I know that. And yours not there either, so yeah.
No,
So you can kind of vent these insecurities and frustrations,
It's like Han Solo, who's scruffy looking.
Yeah, kind of that vibe. Kind of, and that's going on. And Sasha looks across at you. "Durgan, I've been meaning to ask you."
Hey.
Actually, it's more like a confession, I guess. You make me feel kind of nervous because I dream about seeing a dawn, and you know it intimately. And I don't want to draw something stupid and have you see it and know that it's bad.
Oh, lad. The dawn can be all kinds of things. They don't always mean the sun.
That's cleric stuff.
Hey, it is.
It is.
But the best image, I would say, we have something to say amongst the dwarves. Make what you know.
I'll remember that. But before Artexia gets back in, he looks at the door. Was Artexia just being nice when she said that my drawing was good? I don't actually know what the dawn looks like, so I just tried to make it the same way that other people have told me it looks.
Lad, I doubt that Artexia wants to mince her words. If she said it, I believe her.
That's true. Okay. And he seems genuinely pleased by that. Kind of perks up.
I look forward to whatever you put on paper.
Okay, you said it.
I did.
Yeah, he started.
I did.
Just make a little GM note here. Yeah. He starts on something, and so for the rest of the day, he has he'll have the scroll he's working on, and then whenever you're there, he's hiding it from you, working on it and doing like that. Okay, you two come back in.
Okay, so we enter Can I take a check on everyone's since that guy came in? If like people are like watching him weirdly or anything like
Sure.
that?
Yeah. Insight. Go for it.
Roll better than me, please.
I guess it's this one.
Okay. It's the wavy one.
I know. 17
17.
plus whatever you said inside 4.
No,
So
it's 21. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. You pretty quickly suss out, Kenzie, that he's a storyteller. At his heart, he's a storyteller. Yes, he's a showman. Yes, he has the map making skill or whatever, but people are coming to him and he's telling them all kinds of different about his travels, about where he's been, people about what he's thought of those places. And he's describing realms that you don't necessarily have the context for. It almost doesn't matter. He's really good at his craft. Mm-hmm. You see the kids laughing. The older men are kind of nodding to each other. And there aren't too many women in here right now. But the couple who are kind of puttering around, particularly like back of the house, they poke up with interest when he's spinning these tales. And everyone knows that, there's some embellishment and there's some whatever. They don't care. They, in this dreary
yeah, he's bringing
place,
light.
yeah.
That's nice. Okay.
They're just, they're listening. And he's not giving you the cold shoulder or anything, but Rictavio's doing nothing to draw undue attention to you or your group.
Right.
He's not looking over. He's not mentioning you.
Oh, he doesn't have to look at me to know that I know that he's looking at me.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So, okay. All right.
So that dynamic is playing out, and you, with the 21, actually, I'm going to partially answer what Farron had asked, even though that wasn't exactly what you were
You
looking.
incited enough for both of us.
Yeah. Right.
Somebody's got to do it.
And the people in Valaki aren't stupid. They understand that you're not from around here. Like, you're clearly not. Mm-hmm. You are clearly not from around here. But for whatever reason, and you don't know this yet, they're not really following up on that. They're not eyeballing you. Nobody's coming up to you asking where you're from. Nothing.
So as if they're used to random people coming through here, or they're just used to, they need to mind their own business for safety type thing.
Little column A, little column B. Yeah.
Okay.
And but the barkeep is making sure to keep it to keep you in our sights in a good way, and people are if one of the kids needs to run something over to your table, they're fine, and like that.
Have we eaten? When have we eaten? Like, what have we done since we've been here? We just got
We
here.
got some wine. We prioritized that.
Prioritized wine.
We might want to get some
flirtation.
As soon as
Good question.
as soon as you mention that, Ismark kind of snaps out of his whatever's going on with him, and Danica, we have whatever you think best. A quick lunch. Right.
Yeah, I'm not crazy hungry, but I know we need it. So
I am crazy hungry. So
And Sasha, go up and
Your stomach contributes to that. Yes, I do.
he takes a few coin out, gives it to his brother. Sasha is happy to hop up there, and he's now seems like in a really good mood. He chirps at Danica, and he's like, and then we want these and these and these, and she laughs and says, okay, I understand, little one. So he comes back kind of proudly, almost like he's come back from the hunt. And there's a little potpourri of, just a little sampler tray, basically, of what's around. And as you go into the food, there are hints of taste, but it's not much better even than what was in Barovia Village.
That's such a great.
Oh, give me a minute, guys. Give me a minute.
It'd be such a great name for a Ravenloft. again.
Was that better?
Or like, no, just a hint of taste.
Hint of taste.
The touch of flavor.
Touch of flavor.
I'll do my best to flavor.
I almost want Durgan to say that in character, but okay. So
We're gonna have a brewery. We're gonna have a restaurant.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, we're going to have a brewery.
there's a desperate need for a brewery here, y'all.
Sasha, start drawing up the plans.
Yeah. you spread a little magical love around, and you bring some semblance of taste to the. I don't know if I can even really use the word cuisine.
Foodstuffs.
And
Snacks.
Yeah,
Just-
Snacks. The snacks taste better.
a salty snack.
Raspberries taste like.
And just before you, you're finished, one of the boys comes up, the older of the two. I think that was right. Yeah. The older of the two, the one who had been fighting with his mom earlier.
The dishes are.
Yeah, about collecting the dishes and
And
the different.
barkeep sons.
Yeah. I'm sorry to bother you all at your meal, but my dad actually, if you don't mind, he wanted to have a word with you in the kitchen. Take your time, though.
Yeah, we'll head back there when we're done with our food.
Okay. If you're done with anything, I'll take it back there.
I'll shove a couple of
so
empty plates
couple
over.
of the empty plates. He says, "See," but he doesn't actually say that. But he lifts it up to his mom, and she's like, and then
Give each other a glance, like,
All of us?
Kira, actually, I could really use to get to the blacksmith if you still wanted to go.
Yes, you
I'll take
already
care of that.
mentioned
I'll
that.
take care of this kitchen meeting.
I'll go with you.
Perfect.
where do we go?
Hold down the table. We're gonna want this to be our spot. This is
Yeah.
home base right now.
Oh, okay.
Don't let anyone sit in my chair.
I will defend it fiercely.
I appreciate that. I like
Is that
that chair.
Finny?
No, that's
Sasha.
Sasha.
No.
Finny.
You don't see Finny.
He's like on top of the rail above us. Just
Yeah,
on-
Finny's gone.
Okay, he's
Getting the lay of the land.
Finny's gone. Yeah.
finding treasures. He's gonna come back with it.
Finny is finding You know what?
He's
That is-
scouting.
Very true.
That
He is what they refer to as being in a target-rich environment.
yes. I'm now writing that down as the official term.
For a little
Finding
while.
treasure.
He's just excited.
And Morgathi looks over at you. You really want to? Well, I suppose if we're going to split the party, now's the time to do it.
It's as
This probably is.
bright as day and as big of a crowd that aren't going to try to eat us as we're probably going to find.
No, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
What's his deal? What's his angle as Rictavio's continuing to be the center of attention in the room? You had quite the little palaver with him earlier.
He seemed nice, but he's also like us from beyond the mists. I'm not quite sure where, but
And he just admitted that to you.
I guess so.
We must be really obvious if he could tell that quickly.
He wants to meet her tomorrow.
Well,
He didn't really
She's
say
literally,
anything. I
like,
started getting all flustered. He didn't really say like he wanted to meet me for that reason. He just might tell me his backstory or something.
And he'll tell you his back some.
so, right. You do. Interesting. All right.
It is, isn't it?
Well, all right. Who should I go with? Because I'm not just going to be sitting at this table, not while the midget's out. Finding treasure? He rolls his eyes.
Come with us. We don't know the culture around here.
Right, I was about to
Might
say.
need a man's voice with us.
I feel like for all the things that you are, knowledgeable is one of them. So I think it'd be good to bring you along with us in this talk.
And darling, of course they knew we were something out of the ordinary. Just look. And
That face is out of the ordinary.
Or you can sit at the table. Forget it.
with that he
Ismark and Sasha are both staying at the table, right?
yeah. Yep.
We'll also need to figure out where we're staying, too.
Well, here.
Yeah, we can ask the owner of this establishment while we're back there. see what's going on.
All right. So you finish up because you were almost done. So you finish up. Durgan and Gira, you take off to the blacksmith. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And I do have the lantern too. So
yes.
I grab a piece of a roll and I walk with her towards it so we can finish what we're going.
Okay.
To look inconspicuous as I take a gander at homeboy whenever we walk by.
Yep.
Holding bread in front of her face. Like, nothing to see here.
Morgathi, with a resigned sigh, pushes up from the table, clambers to his feet, and then follows Farron and Artaxia back. Who do you want me to resolve first?
Either way.
I think she went first, probably because I'm eating stuff in my face, so. And
Okay,
Morgathi's last, so I'll go second.
So with y'all's group. Okay.
Let's go. The kitchen.
Back there, you see a man who is clearly the patriarch of the family. Business, as we noted last session, business is good here. He's not quite dressed as a noble, but the prosperity's pretty obvious without being overpowering. And there is that continued motif of like that kind of subdued mauve with the teal trim. And for an innkeep, he certainly is living large. There's a good deal of gray in the beard, and you can see a mix of him and his wife's features on the two boys. Like they're clearly related. I'll go ahead, and for y'all here at the table, I'll go ahead and pass the picture around in a second. But a little bit on the darker side, probably about my complexion. And for Barovia, because Barovians tend to be pretty pale, so that does stand out amongst them. And he's got his hair just shorter than the boys, parted off to the left. And and for all that looks like he's, pretty well dressed, he's just quietly doing dishes back there, washing them off, getting ready for the dinner rush. There's some stew that's simmering in the background, and the bad thing is the smell is tantalizing, but you know what the taste is going to be. It's kind of meat.
Tease.
Yeah.
What a tease.
We all have COVID almost.
Yikes.
The whole land has COVID.
Speaking of tasting, I'm pretty sure our coffees were here, by the way. They've been here a while.
He looks up. He looks up and says, well met.
Well met. Thank you for the invitation to meet.
Thank you for coming.
I hope we haven't caused some kind of disturbance.
Not at all. Pull up a chair, will you? And you see there's some tall. I want to call them bar stools, but they're not stools. But basically where you could pull them up to a bar. But they are full seats. Your feet are not going to touch the ground on these things, obviously.
I do this thing on it when
Little dangle.
And so you can just pull them up to basically the workstation that he's at on the opposite side. Oh, no doubt you're a big one. I've heard that before, darling. And the man chuckles. He says, Erwin Mardukov, pleasure to make your acquaintance. And may I have the honor of your names?
I'm Farron.
Farron?
I swallowed my last bite of bread, and I'm like...
Oh, sorry.
Artaxia. Sorry.
Artaxia. Pleasure. And you, sir, are in the presence of Professor Morgathi. And Erwin smiles up at him. All right, Professor, I'll take that. And he says, you can have a seat too if you want. Oh, I just prefer to kind of be the flotsam and jetsam. And you see Morgathi kind of doing his casual investigatory thing as he's running fingers over things, looking around. And Erwin notes this for a moment and then turns back. He says, yeah, it's a bit cluttered in here, been quite a bit on the menu, both metaphorically and literally. And Morgathi says, oh, don't you mind that, without making eye contact. He's like, oh, don't you mind that. I find you can tell so much about a person by how their habitat reflects their character. Don't you agree? I would have to, yes. Okay. Well,
Morgathi, leave him alone. Is there a reason that you wanted us to come back here all together like this?
I did. I'm taking a bit of a swing here, but I gathered that you're not locals.
I doubt you're taking much of a swing.
You were right. It is very obvious, isn't it?
You rolled a 19, right? I think on your disguise for her.
Yes.
Yeah.
I actually wrote it down that time.
Yeah. Okay.
Should be pretty.
His eyes, at least as far as your lineage, his eyes seem to just slide over that part. You don't think he's clocked you yet. And he continues on. Well, there's several variables at work, but I'll just get to the most important point, and then we can backtrack from there. I want to be helpful to you as well, and there's quite a bit to know about Vallaki, believe me.
I would be glad to hear it.
First and foremost, as you might have imagined, yeah, baby,
I think I see it there.
we're in the
Big boy.
big boy, just south of the lake.
Oh, wow. Yeah, we're real.
Where can we rent a boat for a lake party?
As you might have noticed,
Lucky duck.
the food doesn't exactly always deliver. It's kind of no matter what you do. There are moments, there are some tricks that I use, but the spices that actually work here in the valley are far and few between, and you're lucky to get your hands on them. But more to the point, as you probably also noticed, the wine does. Or at least it did. Our supply of, and he kind of just leans over a bit, makes sure that, nobody's, none of the customers are, for whatever reason, lingering by the kitchen doorway, and lowers his voice. We're low. Worse than that, there's a long, complicated history, and I know you don't need my life story, but essentially, although my father and I don't have the best relationship currently, he's a very dependable man, and he runs the winery. It's basically where all wine in the valley comes from, and it's been in our family for generations. I'm quite proud of it, even though I have been barred from the grounds. And Morgathy's finely manicured eyebrow ticks up at that, but he doesn't say anything as he kind of continues around.
Take a glance with him on that, yeah.
And you see, without the wine here, I know this may seem like a ridiculous thing, but once you've been here long enough, you understand that life's little pleasures, what make living bearable here.
Listen, as you guessed, we're not from here, and I needed wine just as badly before we got here, so I can only imagine. I sympathize.
Well, there you are. So, I was wondering if you're of the sort who doesn't mind taking chances. Not all from Beyond the Mist are like this, but you strike me as a pretty dowdy group. I was wondering if you might look into the matter. I'll give you everything that you need to find it, to get in, like that. But my father, for all his faults, he's like clockwork. And the last shipment didn't come. When I sent for word, nothing. And I'm worried. It shouldn't. Our security there is not exactly insubstantial.
Where does your wine come from?
West of here, and he sketches out a quick. It's crude, but he sketches out a quick map, and he says, if you follow the road, there's a bridge there. You'll come around. You'll eventually hit a fork, and continue on. And there's a trail just before the next bridge, the second bridge. Follow that down to the Wizard of Wines. That's the official name of it. He says, if you started out in the morning, actually, even if you started out at high gray, you could get there before nightfall pretty easily. Of course, we have a wolf problem around here currently.
Yeah, we noticed.
I'm sorry, what does all of your problems have to do with us?
Well, I've noticed that those from beyond the mist sometimes seem to jump at the chance to get deeper involved in the local dynamics. And frankly, despite all these ridiculous festivals, without wine, things are going to get bad in this city. And I have a feeling you may want to stay here for a while. Or maybe you're moving on. This is probably your best option, though, for a long-term stay in the valley. I don't know how long you're going to be, but it's a very rare person who can find their way out.
So you're offering what, room and board?
At least. I'm also offering information, and I have a fair bit of that.
What about a more permanent option, if we had somebody that intended to stay in Vallaki?
Really?
Just out of curiosity, is it on the table?
Something tells me this isn't your first negotiation, Farron.
I have a rich history.
The thought of leaving Sasha behind makes my heart twinge, but I know I'm not gonna say anything, but yeah, watching this.
Yes, and our security here is more than might initially meet the eye. We can hold our own if we have to.
What other dangers are on the road besides wolves?
Well, you have the dire wolves, which are a different order of beast. They tend to command packs. You've heard that there are werewolves. It's true. I don't know why they've become so active in the last few moon cycles. They're snatching people, children in particular, which again is, you probably want to be in one of the larger settlements, and there aren't too many options here. Beyond that, and this is particularly bad, have you run into any of the scarecrows yet? The mobile scarecrows?
Not sure what you mean.
Well, there is, how would you put it? To the south of here, well, that's a long and sad history, but when you're ready to have that conversation, I'll let you know. There are many points of interest, points of danger and interest both. The very short version is, to the south of here, there's what you might call a grand hag. And she's a powerful creature. She's also the person who produces essentially all of the scarecrows that plague the valley. Now, one or two of them you can probably handle, but they're never alone. They always travel in packs. And they have certain abilities that, in a group, in a mob, make them very dangerous.
What if we've already run into some of these and I may have... I'm pretty sure we've seen a dire wolf, and I think that they were mates, and I think I might have injured her mate. What would happen if that happened?
Well, you'd be marked in her mind. They'll probably try to come for you later, when they have more of them, or they feel like you're already injured.
We've handled them before. We'll handle them again. So what would be your idea of a mission accomplished? We get down to that area and get enough information for you? Come back and tell you what the problem is, or do you need a problem solved?
That'd be a start. Depends on how big the problem is. Depends on how much solving you are able to do. I'm willing to put my own skin in the game, Farron. If, despite what's happened in the past, if the winery's been... Make an insight roll.
See how this die behaves. That's not amazing, but it's better. That's a 9.
Okay.
It's not a 1.
No, it's not a 1.
It's not a 1.
There are a number.
Celebrate.
You have, the upward. It's the upward trend, right?
Yeah.
You see a melange of emotions inside of him, and he takes a moment. Unfortunately, you have a hard time putting a name to them, but takes a moment to collect himself, and it seems, to the casual observer, it may seem a little more emotion than this kind of topic warrants, but clearly there are other things going on with him. And then finally exhales. If the winery's been compromised, then we may have to make some fundamental shifts, and I may have to make some hard decisions. What I'm hoping is that their wagons were stolen, or destroyed or something, and they just haven't been able to get message here. We have means of communication, though, that are not easily intercepted above and beyond normal. So,
what's the worst case scenario in your mind, then? I would like to know what I might be bringing my group into.
that's fair. The worst case scenario is that everybody I left there is dead, and that the winery has been overrun. The only thing that I can think of that would have the sheer mass to overrun the entire operation, though, would be a mob of those scarecrows. Maybe the pack of werewolves, but they're not a conquering force. They're more like raiders, They're opportunistic. They're dangerous, don't get me wrong, but they hit, they run, they snatch, and then they're gone. So it's not their style. My gut tells me it's not them. Obviously, he looks around, the devil. As I'm sure somebody's told you, we don't speak his name here in Vallaki, but I mean, I suppose if he personally was interested, but that seems highly unlikely to me.
I glance at them again because we know that he's interested in us, but the others don't know that, right? So.
That's for later. And I'm sorry I didn't get your name. Oh, you did, but remember Professor? Oh, right, Professor Morgathi. Professor M, will that do? Yeah, for now. Yeah, that's just
Nudge him while he's going.
How forgiving of him.
I guess I had a little indigestion here between the ribs, and because he was playing with the ladle and was like, he was turning it into a wand for a second, like he was sizing it up for a new arcane focus. He says, "Yeah, there's a lot of history on that ladle."
Anyway, everyone can just behave for a minute. I want to know more about these scarecrows. What are their... I assume you've had people fight with them before, so what kind of weaknesses are you aware of? What works, what doesn't work?
Well, they're stupid, so there's that.
Well, I deal with a lot of that. She makes eye contact with Morgathi.
Morgathi gives you a little sideways nod. And
My fighting words.
Erwin says, it continues, they, like I said, they're always in packs. The thing is, if they're motionless, they're totally indistinguishable from a normal scarecrow. The two most important things for you though are probably fire does, as you might imagine, very, very well with them.
I make eye contact with her, text you like a little nod, like, we got this shit,
And the most dangerous thing though is they have a gaze. Now, individually it's weak, it can be thrown off. En masse though, enough of them, it's a lot of psychic weight. I don't know if you've ever dealt with something like that. It's enough to paralyze you, if enough of them get on you.
And what if... Paralyze or control?
They're not smart enough, it's paralyze. But they have talons, and they can slash you up pretty well when you're essentially incapacitated. So
is it only if they hold your gaze as well, or is it?
No, they just have to see you. Mm-hmm. So any encounter with them, I would strongly suggest. We've come up with well, I don't even know if I can say we anymore, but the winery has come up with a lot of different tactics to deal with them. And so far, the Grand Hag has not, I don't know, some people call her a hag matron. I'm not sure exactly what the terminology is, but she hasn't sent enough of them up there, so I don't know.
I have one more question since we have you here, and I might as well. It's okay if you don't have the answer for this.
Sure.
But one of the prepared spells that I typically keep on me is Mirror Image. And if I were to turn myself into multiple... Are
you a wizard?
I just realized what I said, and I like...
He looks at you. I hadn't... Oh no, dear man, not a wizard. More primal than that. I see. Sorry, I got distracted. Go on.
let's just say I was able to make multiple of myself, would that be able to get, like, distract from their power if multiple of them were looking at different versions of me instead of the actual me?
I don't know. We don't have anybody who has that. Maybe? I mean, it certainly wouldn't hurt.
I quickly realized that he's useless in this, and I almost basically gave myself away for nothing. So I'm like, you know what, whatever.
Fairy uses a subtle spell, and she uses message to let her know. She's like, when it comes to talking right now, less is more. I don't think you gave anything too important away.
You feel a little counter strike from Orgathy.
I also have indigestion.
That must be something we're eating. Yeah.
Oh man, what are you guys putting in this food?
Because of course he doesn't know that she messaged you. Yeah. And finally, after there's kind of this weird pause in the conversation.
Yeah, because we're just like silently communicating.
And then
just like looking at us quietly sitting there.
Erwin's like, well, right.
Are you guys carrying on a psychic conversation without me?
So,
Absolutely.
whenever he actually says, you know that point sometimes where a group has had a long association with each other, and an outsider just isn't going to get the joke. I kind of feel like I'm having one of those moments.
My apologies. We just have such an established dynamic. We are a larger group than this, as I'm sure you noticed, so we will have to take this back to the group and have a conversation.
Of course.
Would you be willing to board us for the night, and we'll give you an answer in the morning?
It'd be my pleasure.
That's very much appreciated.
Yeah, it'd be my pleasure. Let's see. You know that there's another festival coming up in 3 days.
Yeah, some kind of smiling shit.
Well, that's always in order. Yeah.
That's just all the time.
That's all the time. If you don't smile, you get thrown into the stockades. Yeah.
I really don't belong here.
Yeah.
Upcoming festival.
Last week it was the Wolf Head Jamboree. You might have noticed some wolf heads.
Saw those.
And this week it is the Festival of the Blazing Sun. The Festival of the Blazing Sun. And then next week it's going to be, he's running this place into the fucking ground. I mean, you can't, it's every week, it's thing after thing after, I don't know.
Sounds exhausting.
It is, it's exhausting, and it's also exhausting our wine supply, which is, I haven't told him, I haven't told anybody outside of the family, because there'd be panic. I know that sounds silly, but there would be panic.
No, trust me, we understand.
So, any road, there you have it. And when you're ready for your payment, come to me, and I'm sure we'll have other conversations.
All right.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And my boys, they've been bad out there. They've been helping their mother, right?
Sure.
There was some,
as much as boys do.
They've been pretty good, honestly.
Okay, good. There was some family drama this morning, and I'm glad that seems to be working itself out.
I won't pry. But okay.
He said, and he's about to ask something else, and then he's like, yeah, okay, yeah, see you.
we did it together.
See you good, yeah. All right.
As we walk out, I'd like to be the last one to walk out, and just kind of like leaning my head still in the door and be like, you wouldn't happen to know anything about that man who came in earlier, do you? And I don't know his name. I would say his name because he told it to me, but I can't remember.
Rick.
I'm going to say you're a little flustered, and he's like,
Rick is in it.
Rictavio.
Rictavio, that's it.
Yeah, do you know anything about this man?
Oh, he's a fascinating fellow. I don't think he's from the same place that you are, but he's a traveler. A bit of a carnival man, but I actually think his true love is spinning yarns. He's really good at it. He's been with us here for a while now. He's boarding. I don't know. Make a persuasion check. I'll say with advantage, since you're kind of
We're gonna do a little one.
kind of allies. Yeah.
Oh my god, 5.
5, and then roll
You
again.
can roll again.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Advantage, so
Change
you got better than 5 in there. I believe in you.
6.
I knew it would be better than 5.
Better than 5.
3.
It's all about these baby.
So not 9 total.
Yeah.
He's like,
Session.
he kind of shrugs. He's been with us. He repeats himself. He's been with us for a while, and he's I don't know why. Why do you ask?
Oh, he just carries himself differently. He just looked different. I was just curious.
Make a deception roll.
I didn't feel my juju. Okay, 15.
That's pretty
Plus
good.
1, 16.
It's pretty good. He still, though, he looks at you and he smiles a little bit. Okay.
Okay.
I reach back and I just.
They're like, almost simultaneously with you, Morgathi finally finds his prey, and you hear an ow, and he actually catches Finney by the ear and pulls him out of the shadows, and is like, "Stop it!" and put it back now.
No.
and he's like, "That entire fucking time I was running cover for you," and he was watching Finney.
In the kitchen?
Treasure in the kitchen.
Oh my god.
And like fighting with him and making him put things
Oh my
back as the
God.
conversation was going on.
I'll look at him and be like, okay. Well done. Well done.
I was just making sure it was safe. I mean, you don't have to be so. All right. You Gara Durgan.
He's scouting.
He's counting. He's being a help. He's scouting. He's being a helper, as he's told you many times. He's being a helper.
So helpful. Hey, he's gotten them food before.
Yeah, oh yeah. Mm-hmm. He's wandering. I mean, he finds that he actually has found all kinds of treasure at different times. You guys continue to scoot along, and you learn they're like, "Oh, you mean Sunset Gate? Yeah, it's far." So you have Morning Gate, which is spelled 2 different ways depending on who you're asking.
Lovely.
And then you. And then you have the West Gate is called Sunset Gate or the Sunset Gate, even though you're certain that nobody here has ever actually seen a proper sunset. They just call it that out of
They're aware of the idea of
vestigial memory, right?
Right.
Before we go on this, because I assume we're about to go on a trek.
Oh,
no,
well,
those
these two
are doing it while we were in.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Simultaneously.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, get the zone out first. I say.
you get to draw.
I get a doodle.
Get your stuff.
We have to put those.
Can I?
Yeah, sneak.
Kenzie, we got to put those up sometimes. Yeah. Go
Drawing
grab your stuff, babe.
amazing.
Okay, so you
Out on the Patreon eventually.
Yeah, that's what we need to do.
yeah.
Join us on Patreon.
You
Behind the scenes.
are actually not that far from the town square. Yeah, you're pretty close. So it wouldn't take you but a couple, probably, I don't know, 5 minutes or something to walk that distance. So you get out. There's only one smith in town, so it's like, yep, where's the blacksmith? Yep, right down there, off to your right. Okay.
We got directions from Danica before we left.
Yeah, point. So you make the short trek over there, and again, Gara, you're attracting some eyes, but nobody is. They're noting you, but
She's paying attention enough to gauge how usual, not usual she is in this town.
make one of those insight checks.
Okay.
A lot of those today.
But she's
Seems to be
trying,
a
yeah,
thing.
she's trying to do it passively while also just going like, I'm just here.
Right, you're not like hard staring
Yeah.
at people as they're passing by.
I'm going to
We're
squeeze.
struggle besting.
That's an 8.
8. Okay, we're struggle besting a bit.
You know what? We're just not feeling insightful today.
It's okay. You can't tell. You can't tell if it's just your kind of general demeanor, height, weapons that are attracting attention, or if there's some kind of deeper thing going on.
Greenness.
Yeah, you can't. You're having a hard time getting a read on exactly what their level of investment is in the whole.
It's not easy being green.
You on the other hand, that's actually because of that phenomenon. That's interesting. Okay, they're looking like people actually kind of look at you and they're trying to play something, and so we won't do this too much more. Now you make an insight check.
The whole table.
We got to hit the whole table.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's natural 20.
Natural 20.
Progress.
Real progress.
You and what's the total on that for you? That's going to be high, I know.
26.
26. Okay. Yeah.
Just a casual 26.
So when they're looking at you,
Passively.
you don't think they know what a dwarf is.
Oh.
But they're
Who's that short dude?
looking at you and they're expecting, with the 26, they're expecting to see something else, and you wonder if there's another kind of species or creature that looks like you that is not a dwarf.
Okay.
Yeah. That's kind of how they're like, is he that thing? And then when they see that you're just like a really short, really buff dude in their head, they're like, okay.
They're like, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's happening consistently enough, even on this 5-minute walk.
So their early initial reaction is,
Well, you see, there's like one of, like, they're like, huh?
is it one of concern even?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. Well, not surprising here, I guess.
Everything's concerned.
And then after they're like, oh yeah, no, that's just a kind of stout person or whatever. Then
Burly man.
and they move on with their life.
Yeah, is it better?
Uh,
Burly man.
And you see that the most is you. There's some guards who are not. They're not right at the smithy, but like the smithy's at the heart of what passes at the commerce district or whatever of Valaki. So there are going to be guards there basically all the time to some capacity. And when they see you, they even like stiffen. They kind of grip their spears. They look at each other, look at you, and then gradually like, oh,
Little friends.
okay. One of them looks at you and is like, and he looks like, because he's a guard, he looks almost like he's going to come up and start asking you things, but then they just watch you for a while and then gradually kind of settle back in.
Yeah, I want to say she's very well practiced at intentionally showing a relaxed, non-aggressive body language.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
Yeah, especially where you're coming from.
Right.
You don't know exactly what the guards reaction was. You can tell that she just confused the crap out of this young guy. He did not. There were conflicting signals going on, and he did not know what to do with himself.
Super interesting. That's cool.
So you get over there, and there's a large, kind of grizzled man. Not actually at the forge right now, but there's a forge set up. It's cold at the moment. Just kind of the embers are stoked around it, but they're not. He's not in full form right now. And then there's a older teenager and a younger teenager. Younger teenager is actually a girl, pretty broad-shouldered looking, strong family resemblance, and she's busy organizing the wares right now. And Justin, it doesn't take you long to see that although he's good at his craft, this is much more of a agricultural kind of everyday sort of setup. This is not necessarily a weaponsmith. That's not the main. There's a bit of that here, but it's definitely on the light side from what you would see.
More likely to see hoes and shovels.
Shovels. You do.
There's a moment in there.
Interestingly, I knew we were going to go there.
Sorry.
We definitely couldn't say that at the terror table, because then that would set off a whole round of chatter and discussion.
Half hour of
that'd be
jokes.
Yeah.
It's
Hello,
threatening to
Pete
break free, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's a bunch of hoes in the back.
You do see there is a section that the daughter is arranging that is devoted to animals, and so you have, and amongst there, you haven't seen them yet, but you see horseshoes.
Okay.
For the first time in Barovia. So it's like, okay, horses do exist here. That's good to know. Now you don't know if they're plowing fields or if they're being ridden or whatever, but they exist.
Only the horseshoes.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Well, there's
Buy them and then tack them onto the hooves.
Tack them onto the hooves. And there are a few other, like I said, there are a few other items. Like, for example, they've got a cage which looks like it may be used to house a hunting bird. That's there. It's large and pretty expansive. So the man, the blacksmith, looks up.
Hello?
Yeah.
I was hoping I might
Oh, a chatty sort. Okay.
Look at your wares and perhaps borrow or use your forge.
You're looking at him.
No, the forge itself.
You have eyes. You're looking at him.
I'd like to break something down.
He stares at you hard.
He's pleasant. Just a winner.
Why?
Well, I'd like to break something down as a reagent, and I'd like to see if you happen to have any good lanterns.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. That's another 20.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Serious.
1 in 400 chance. Okay.
Like them odds.
He just motions with his head to his daughter, and she runs up, and there's a. So, interestingly, it is a kind of mid-sized blade that she brings to you. It's wrapped in leather, kind of crudely tanned leather, and it's got a break in it, Justin. So the blade does not look local, and it's too small to be a sword, and it's too large to be a knife. So you don't immediately place it. You'll place it here in a second as you start examining it, though. And there's a crack that starts from one edge of the blade. It runs down, and it almost touches the spine, but not quite. And as you shift it and you're kind of looking down the spine, whoever forged this, again, was a fair hand. The bearing is true on it, and then you can kind of see the wave pattern in the blade as well, where someone probably used acid to etch it. Like, there's some flair to it. And as you're looking at it, there's a delicacy that makes you think this is probably a woman's weapon. And his daughter almost reverently puts it on the forge. His son is already bringing the heat up. He's pushed back on his stool. The blacksmith himself is pushed back on the stool. He looks at you. Yeah.
I have my own equipment if it's all right. Okay. Durgan will take off his pack.
Yes, this is a nat 20. I understand.
As good as this was gonna go.
He'll take off his pack and actually pull out his forge.
Yeah, and you have a kid, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. It's going to be wrapped in traveling leather. This is High Terran leather, so it's going to be perfected. The cuts exquisite. There's going to be dwarven rune embellishment. Nothing like gaudy, but just kind of sewn in. Maybe like a soft rust color or something of the thread, giving you blessings. And it's kind of your coming of age. I mean, any dwarf who's an adult is going to have some, at least in High Terra, is going to have some kind of craft that they're expected to do. And even though you're a bit of an oddball for your people, even you're not that weird.
Yeah. He likes to use his stuff for like keeping his armor and stuff kind of in good.
Sure, of course,
because it's important.
You have never seen Durgan forge. I don't believe anything.
No, she's setting up to watch the show, or I mean, she'll kind of angle herself so she can either watch your pack or help if you want her to do something. So,
okay. The sun has come up, and you see him oogling for once, not you, but your weapons, and he's really looking around. He seems to be a little more engaged than his father, and he looks over and kind of like...
She's not shy. She'll pull it out. You want to see? And she'll hold it out, blade more towards herself if he wants to pick it up.
Yeah.
It's the first time we saw him crack a smile.
So then he then the young man kind of starts turning it, checks the pommel, checks the bevel of the blade. I mean, really, even though he's young, he's already well on his way. Okay. Make make a roll to forge. You're gonna be here a while, but
Well, actually, all I really need to do is like take the rubies and whatnot, and
oh no, he wants you to forge. He wants
you to forge on the weapon, huh?
He wants to see if you have the chops.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a test. He wants you to fix it,
Yep.
Good damn.
but not involving your thing.
Be careful what
Right.
you wish for. No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
No
No, you
freaking way.
freaking
Everyone
No,
can come
don't touch
and
it.
look.
Loaded
I'm
dice.
not touching it. I'm not touching it.
What?
I can't believe what I just saw with my
I
fucking eyes. Can I roll it? Because it's going to be a 1.
don't.
We'll just make sure it's not a cheated die.
That's the same. No, it's the same die that you've been using.
Yeah. Is it fucking really serious? Is it really a one?
Give me that die. Give me that die.
Here's the dice right
Give me that
now.
die.
16.
Give me that die.
Oh, stop.
I just got a 16 on it.
It's just gonna stay there.
All right.
It's just gonna stay there. It's
I
fine.
don't know, man.
I've seen him roll that die a billion times.
It's been blessed by the morning lord.
What the?
No, I've rolled plenty of bad rolls on that.
He has. This is witchcraft and wizardry.
Crazy.
That's crazy. Okay.
Wow, what a day. Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah. Happy Mother's Day.
That was insane.
I'm hiding all logos on
You want to
this.
borrow?
I'm gonna drink it to
From
see
my
now.
cursed?
I'm waiting.
I don't know. Be careful. He's gonna roll 1s the rest of
So there's.
Oh, nice.
I'm gonna say after that roll.
That was crazy.
That's crazy. That's really crazy.
That was bizarre.
So bizarre.
With Steam, so bizarre. Steam,
How was that?
with Steam coming up, with the blade now freshly annealing to where what was made pliant and soft and ferociously hot enough to move to achieve a thixotropic state where you can actually move the metal.
All about that.
Where you can actually move the metal and do this deep, needful repair. And maybe, how long would it have taken, Guy? Maybe 2 hours. I know that seems really short, but when he was in flow, you could, yeah, maybe 2 hours. And both you and the smith know the truth of it, that even with masterful attention, that damage to the blade was so bad that you might have to do a complete reforge. Like, basically the character of the blade may be permanently altered. But it's workable for now. Like, it'll do for now. It's maybe even battle worthy. And yeah, and as you came to the crux point, the smith is up on his feet and he's scrutinizing it.
Durgan cares. I mean, like, he's going to, like, there's no way he's going to, like, take this craft and just sort of, like, you know, assembly line this thing. So he's going to take some time to, like, really give it, you know, at least the care it needs to give it, you know, like a good shine and the right edge, and
Okay.
you know, even if it's not artistically sort of embellished anymore.
And then finally, the smith turns back. Looks like he's starting to gather the shop up. He's not shutting it down quite yet, but he vacates the forge and leaves it for you. But it's still primed. Okay, and that's where we're going to pause.
Crazy.
And we will pick up on the other side of that, Faraway Friends, and see you in just a bit. Thank you so much.
Wow. Strahd.
All right.
Eldritch Foundry is evolving. Bringing you a virtual army of miniatures like never before in full tabletop-ready color. Paint your miniatures in our upgraded creation tool, then bring them to life in stunning one-to-one detail as 3D printed miniature masterpieces. With complete control over your digital color scheme, you can point and click for simple color fills or go all in on highlights, shading, brush techniques, and more. Create epic heroes and madness-touched monsters that are truly yours. Miniatures are 3D printed in perfect color detail using a new PolyJet 3D printing process, giving you unique, bespoke models ready to delve into any dungeon as part of your next campaign. Everything from one-off player characters to dungeon mobs and boss-level monsters that will make every player in your group jealous. But that's not all. You can take things fully digital and export into leading VTT platforms such as Tailspire and Roll20 to take your games and your custom miniatures wherever you want. Join the adventure of a lifetime. Back our campaign today to help us bring this stunning revolution in custom miniature design to reality. With Eldritch Foundry, full-color 3D design and printing.
Welcome to Constructed Chaos, a D&D live play channel where you get to control the game. Join us on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Central Time for our in-person live stream that allows you to influence our adventures in major ways, from alternate plot points to rerolls to absolute chaos. And tune in on Mondays at 7 for our brand new Chat Plays D&D format where you get to roll the dice and pilot the characters themselves straight from the live stream chat. And between it all, there's tons of homebrew content and guides that we release every single month. So be sure to subscribe to the channel, and until next time, go out there and make some chaos.
I have the honor of being Artexia Silverfrond, of a lineage that stretches back some 40,000 years. Indeed, my line began with the immortal leader of the elven people, and they came to the world of High Terra. Her title is Her Wisdom. It's not really much to live up to, is it? Thankfully, my grandmother left the capital of Ice's End and sought to return to the ancient ways of the Great Mother, who some call Gaia. She felt the elves of the grand cities had drifted too far from our ancestors' ideals of living in harmony with nature and honoring the Great Mother in quiet daily ways. She was not alone in this. Without any design to do so, she became first a known figure, then a leader of the forest-dwelling community I would come of age within. I have always followed my own path, seeking balance in all things. Each in its season is the beating heart of the understanding of Gaia that I know. I now also know that I am chosen, blessed with power directly from the Great Mother, and it was revealed in the battle for our freaking lives. In this cursed land that is now our prison, that balance is not so easy to see. Here I have only my own blood to remind me of home. What is this terrible presence I sense on the edge of my intuition? Is it the Dreadlord from the letter we found, the Strahd von Sarovich, or something greater still? Yet another mystery to be solved if we ever want to leave this dreaded place. To die here would be unthinkable, so far away from the mother's embrace. I will walk the forests of my birth once more, even if I must tear my way across the entirety of this alien domain. Lunara Invicta!
And we're back, faraway friends. Thank you so much for joining us again. And we're just actually some brief housekeeping. Yes, it was Mr. Darcy was the scent that was getting passed around before, and it was
And he
pretty
smells
impressive.
lovely.
We have a lot of good literary
Would you like to smell Mr. Darcy?
So check those out.
Quite cuddly, if you will.
There is a quick. I know this was sessions and sessions ago. There is a
I want to
quick.
eject this conversation.
There is a quick piece of mechanics that I want to read into the record, and so that we know. And then there was a legitimate question about leveling and basically how the scenario runs it, which I think is a fair thing to also just remind everybody, because I think it's a lot more clear. We talked about it in session 0, but it was abstract, and now you guys have played long enough that you might want to know how you level in this campaign. So as far as can be a bit confusing as far as the bonus action spells. So like Shillelagh for you is a bonus action. Shield of Faith for you is a bonus action, which I believe you always have as a life cleric. And then there are a couple other. Healing Word is another bonus action for sure. I know you have that. So as far as a spell, this is how they word it. A spell cast with a bonus action is especially swift. You must use a bonus action on your turn to cast a spell, provided that you haven't already taken a bonus action this turn. You can't cast another spell during the same turn, except for a cantrip with a casting time of 1 action. So you can do Healing Word and like Sacred Flame, which is a cantrip. You can't do Healing Word and then Guiding Bolt or something like that. Right. You can do Shillelagh. So like you were like, when would I use this spell? You can do Shillelagh as a bonus action. And then you can still, which is I guess actually, so you could do 2 cantrips then, because it's a bonus action cantrip, and then you could still do another cantrip. By my reading of that.
Well, I think what it is, you're supposed to be able to like enchant your weapon and then attack.
And then attack.
You can't cast another spell during the same. Yeah. And also to that point, you can enchant the weapon, and then you could hit it in the same round.
Okay.
Too. So I know that's a little wonky, but I just want to make sure that y'all know that, because it was a little confusing. And then as far as the levels go, so the way there's a little bit of gray area, but not too much. Like I'm again trying to run it basically out of the book. So there are different milestones, but specifically they're like events that happen in each of these locations. And you do not, to your earlier point, Kenzie, when we were off stream, you don't have to go to any place. This is a sandbox, so you can go wherever the heck you want. You don't have to go to the winery. You can go to march over to Castle Ravenloft if you want to. I wouldn't recommend it.
And we will die. We're doing that right now.
Recommend it, but
That's our goal, right? Let's just
Yeah.
get Strahd
Really lovely fireplace.
Sydney's gonna be the first one to go. I just know it is so.
Let's cliff
We'll
notes this
probably
thing.
die in them, but that's all right.
they're beautiful. They're beautiful.
It's a nice place to die.
It's a built-in funeral pyre.
Historic.
You know, it is
Historic.
It is an historic location.
Cremated instantly.
So as you go through, some of them
No, it probably takes a bit.
will be like very clear. Some of them may take you a little bit by surprise, but I think there is once you level a couple times, there is like definitely a logic to them, which is also kind of part of the game of figuring out what increases your power, in this weird kind of bereft land.
Sure.
Okay. So there we go.
Good to know.
There we are. Right. We had finished with the forge, and
I was gonna take a nap while they did the forge.
you were going to take a little nap.
Yes, I'm laying next to Sasha,
Okay.
but in human form.
In human form. And
At the table.
At the table.
and
Just curious.
Ismark says, Sasha, what are you trying to do? I'm just, I want to carry Artexia for once. And so, because you're actually smaller than him, he's small, but you're even smaller. So he kind of like he kind of like hugs you, and you're dozing, you're catnapping, and he's like, brother, which one is our room? And I'm skipping over just a little bit, but basically Erwin, I checked to make sure, and it looks like so there are 2 suites, and then like 2 of the larger rooms, and then there's more like a barrack style, sleeping. And so you actually have the room that's right next to Rictavio's room.
Perfect.
Oh, of course.
So you go
But can she handle it?
and to remind everyone,
yourself.
because it has been a bit, to get to those rooms, even though they have the railing that's kind of like mezzanine style that looks down into the main
To
floor.
go outside.
You actually have to go outside, go up the exterior stairway, and then come back in on the second floor, which is what you do. And Sasha, come on, stop being silly. Let me. I want to try. And wow,
He's gonna carry her.
He wants to have a dude moment.
I think that's enough.
It's a dude moment.
I think that's enough. He just wants to cuddle with his cat person, you know.
Aww.
So he is struggling, and Ismark, carefully, just quietly helps him a little bit at times. But Sasha does manage to lift you up, and then trundles outside. And unless you guys want to do something else, come out. Sasha does need a little bit of help getting it safely up the stairway, but they make it up the stairs, and then you take possession of the room, which by Barovian standards is actually pretty nice here. Let me get to
You walk in and you're not immediately depressed.
yeah. So when you're up there, so I know it's the two Kolyanovich brothers, yourself.
I'm staying downstairs, and I'm assuming Finny and Morgathy stayed with me.
Yeah.
Because I want to try and see if I can get chatting with anyone.
You want to mingle a bit still. Yeah, you're not ready to go. So Ismark.
Gotta find more drugs, you know.
Ismark unlocks the door, and let me see. Yeah. While you're up there, I'm gonna go ahead and read this to you, even though you're dozing, just so you guys know what the description is. So up from the balcony when you're up there.
This is happening while we're at the fort.
Yeah. During
I had a couple of things I still wanted to.
Yeah, during those 2 hours.
She wanted to nap while y'all were gone.
Which is that's smart. This 20-foot-long balcony provides a clear view of the bar and has a wooden railing carved with raven motifs. The tap room's many lanterns illuminate the rafters and cast ominous shadows on the peaked ceiling. And then as you go into the actual room, 2 cozy beds with matching footlockers rest in the far corners of this 15-foot square room. Wolf furs are heaped atop each bed. Between the beds, a lamp sits on a table under a shuttered window. 2 tall black wardrobes stand against the wall by the door. Oh wow, okay. How many keys would they give out then? Maybe at least 2. I'll say that they're 2 keys. So for now, Ismark will keep 1, and then Farron, you'd probably get the other key. Yep. So just make a note that you have the. Yep.
Whenever we were going past the doors to the rooms, did the room doors have like a keyhole? You know, like the old school keyhole where you could look through?
I'm gonna say, since they specifically say a key, yeah, I'm gonna say yes.
Okay.
No, that makes sense.
Okay.
Good
And then
question.
Sasha gets to lay you down in one of the beds, and you just kind of curl up. It's cozy in here, and the room has a decent feel to it. Nothing ominous, nothing nasty. Farron, the place does. People continue to trickle in. A few of the locals leave, going on about their late afternoon, early evening business. But more and more people who are not necessarily immediately from Vallaki are beginning to trickle in. And as you're chatting, you also see a few gaily dressed women who come in that are with colorful scarves, flashes of silk, and a certain flouncy step. And you clock them as some sort of relatives or cousins to the Vistani that you stayed with at Zur Falls.
Okay.
Probably not that exact encampment, but immediately now heads do snap up and are watching them, and there are various. Now, supposedly the Vistani aren't supposed to be inside, of the city walls, but these women, they've toned it down a little bit, but like it's still fairly obvious, but nobody seems to really be enforcing that right now. And in a second, you're going to see why. That's still going on.
Is it like essentially about to be dusk right now?
You're getting there. Yeah, you're getting there. He'll be done before then, but because 2 hours for the forging, and then you're going to have a little bit more conversation, and then you still have to work on. Durgan's still going to need to work on your project, which won't take as long.
No, not close.
But you should be able to get everything finished before nightfall, like finished, collected, and back before nightfall, which would be a good afternoon's work. And even a few off-duty guards come in, and instead of arresting these women, they take up spots around, and they're kind of have their spears. They're smiling to themselves, chuckling amongst each other, leaning against the walls. And then, on some unspoken note, and finally, even Rictavio graciously yields the floor to them, and a few of them just start with little. And then the second one starts stepping with her sister. And then the third. And their little clicks and clacks. They turn. There's the first turn, a couple after. An energy moves through the room, and then they're off. And without ever having consulted with anyone or paused, they're off dancing. Quite good, fluid celebrants of their craft. A few of the bolder souls start singing, and no, wouldn't do that. So, and you immediately note though that there's a dearth of instruments here. Whereas in High Terra, in a like situation, there'd be all kinds of stuff coming out.
Yeah.
And really, people are just clapping on tables and right.
Okay.
And yet, there it is. Make a persuasion roll, Farron, and see how well your just general mingling has gone on.
Gosh.
Are we getting a little better?
I had luckily proficient in persuasion, so I got a 12.
A 12? Okay. You're making small talk.
Yeah.
And basically you just confirm everything that Erwin was talking about, that these festivals are going on. People have different opinions about them, but they're pretty careful about it.
If there's anybody that is like more local seeming, I just wanted to see what people's thoughts or reactions are when I bring up the carnival wagon. Like, oh, I noticed such a strange, bright wagon that seems to be advertising a performance or a carnival. Have you seen what happens? Is there a performance time?
Oh, well, you see that chap over there, Rictavio? Yeah, he disappears sometimes, but he's an interesting fellow. I guess it belongs to him. Performance?
Oh, that's Rictavio's.
Yeah.
That fellow over there. He owns that colorful wagon.
Pretty sure, yeah. At least he came into town with it.
Interesting. And there's no set show time or anything like that?
We really wouldn't know.
Well, suppose I'll ask him myself if he seems available at some point.
I don't know. This is about the time of day that he usually is scarce. In fact, yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
Okay.
I think we're listening and looking at each other going, so if we were to say something like, he likes exotic things, that's going to have a much more sinister...
Too much.
One of the...
we're not there.
Wagon.
One of the women glances your way, and you feel a little whiff, a little thrill of power in that gaze, and you're reminded that these bloodlines and these various talents run deep in the Vistani. Mm-hmm. These are Madame Ava's people, after all.
Mm-hmm.
Whether or not they realize what they're whether or not in the middle of their performance they realize what they're looking at remains to be seen. Justin, I'm not going to have you roll again after that bravura performance. So,
Barrage of 20s.
So you, what is it? I think I know what you want to do, but go ahead and just.
I do want to see if they have any other lanterns for sale, because I'd like to actually do this more than once, if at all possible. But I want to take so the goal is to take at least the bullseye lantern that we've been carrying around since Death House, or whatever it was, and put continual flame into the lantern. That
using the rubies, the earrings. Yeah.
Smart.
Okay.
That one is intended for.
That is,
Finny. If at all possible, I'd like to make another one for probably for for Sasha.
For Sasha. That's a good idea, because he can bear that and have and always is going to have a fair hand. There it is.
If they sell them, I don't know. If they sell bullseye lanterns, that's even better.
Well, you run into your first economic reality in Barovia, which is these people are impoverished. Not even just by your lights, like by general kind of Forgotten Realm standards even. So essentially anything in the player's handbook with this guy's going to have most of pretty much what you would expect. A little bit, like I said, a little bit light on the weapons. Definitely not going to have something like full plate armor. But it's 5 times the price. Yep.
Pay for convenience.
Okay. You don't have a lot of options. You can't spend the time to build them. So
money is not an issue, my dear.
Nope.
Even though I'm not there.
At some point.
So if someone wants to look up what the cost of the lantern would be,
do they actually have a bullseye lantern? It's more rare. I'd be surprised. Well, maybe not surprised.
That let me roll for that real quick.
Yeah, because that's when you can
Roll for
control.
bullseye.
Yeah, no, he's
Tune it down.
His son though tells you, I know how to make one. If you're going to be here for a bit, I can put my hand to it. Is that all right, Dad?
He's a delight.
Hey, if you take your hand at it, sure.
I mean, be a good challenge. Okay.
I need to look up pricing. I'll be right back.
1 moment, please.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, you're done. So, Artexia, you'd be well finished with your nap.
would it be possible at all that Sasha would still be asleep and whatnot, or them around me? Did they take a nap? What do they do?
Ismark is not going to leave his brother, so he stays in the room. He's very light doze. He's not even laying down though. He's still in his armor. He's in his armor. He's sitting on like the one, because there's a desk in this room with a chair. He's just kind of chilling in the chair and probably idly sharpening a sword and just polishing,
cleaning the armor
with all the nasty mud. And
the rooms when we
That's
and
exactly.
you actually said it was starting to get a little coated with travel.
Yeah, you guys did. Yeah, and just which is natural.
Totally sitting there cleaning.
Yeah. So he opened the shuttered window basically, and he's basically at the window right now, taking each piece with the mud,
Oh.
just cleaning all of that off.
Better eat that mud later.
Yeah.
Save it like the peels. No, okay, so
Wow. Okay, good.
she's unhinged. So I'm gonna stay a cat for a second. I'm gonna get up out the bed and I'm gonna walk out, because when we walk out, there's that balcony that overlooks the outside, right?
Yeah.
The inside,
Yep.
but outside of the room, inside. So I'm gonna walk over to the edge. I'm just gonna look over and see if I see Rictavio. Did I write his name down? Rictavio. That's it, right?
Got it.
See if he's down there.
Rictavio is not in the building, as far as you can tell. He has quietly made his way.
And his room is next to mine.
Yep.
The door's shut.
His room?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I see under the door?
So you're gonna go, okay.
Can I see under this?
How careful are you being?
Well, if I don't see him, I'm going to turn into a spider.
Okay.
And I'm going to go underneath the door, or through the keyhole of the door, if there's room.
Keyhole. let's see. Keyhole would be a little bit rough. Is there enough clearance under the door? Probably for a spider, yeah. Depending on what spider, but I'm thinking of like a fairly robust creature. It's not a, it's not
No, yeah.
itty baby. So
I mean, even if it's a robust, they get through some cracks.
no, they do. They do.
I've seen them in my house.
How careful you be? I mean, you do like.
Okay, so I would stay.
It is harder to see up, obviously, as you back away from the railing, but it's possible somebody could spot you if you're not careful.
I would stay along the walls and stay, not go right in the middle of the door, but try to stay as close to the edge that I can.
So away from the railing.
Yeah.
Make a stealth roll.
Sneaky spider.
Try not to draw any attention.
I'm always doing this.
Yeah, not as a spider yet. This is just the setup.
14
That's pretty good.
plus whatever. Would you say it was? Sneak?
Yeah, sneak. Stealth.
3, so 17.
17. Yeah, that's everyone either passive. And no, yeah, so a lot of eyes are drawn by the dancing sisters down there, and you getting this bird's eye view so you can see the flashes of color that they've hidden underneath their, the drab cloaks or whatever. At this point, the cloaks have come off, and the guards are complicit in this flouting of the local law of Novastani inside the buildings. So while that's going on, you see Farron schmoozing with some of the locals.
Schmoozing. Like I do.
You see Finney. And as you're watching, Finney darts in, and there's laughter, and then he starts cavorting and dancing with them. And instead of fighting with him or being disrupted, they just seamlessly, instead of a triangle, they just make a square, and they start a rotating square. Gira, make a performance roll for Finney and see how he keeps up with them.
Come on, Finney.
That's an 18 on the die.
Okay.
He be dancing.
Pretty damn well, because I was using Dex for the dance instead of charisma.
Right.
Okay,
So that pushes him over 20.
so he
It's like river dance. Everything.
he was watching.
Just the bottom half moves.
Just about, yeah.
Dancing comes out.
So you see a lively Shire jig.
I think Gira and Finney have seen their share of dances.
I really do. I want to change one of his skills for performance because I kind of feel like that fits the character more. But anyway, so he's twirling them, and they're laughing because he's flouncing up non-existing skirts as he's moving. and then while they have the scarves flowing, somebody threw him a burlap sack, and he snatches it, and then he starts using it as a scarf over his head.
And a skirt.
Dang, he's good. Okay, burlesque.
And even Morgath, he looks at that, shakes his head, and starts laughing as he's watching
Me and
this.
Morgath are actually sharing like a happy
moment. Yes, a rare happy moment.
enjoyable moment together, a little camaraderie.
And
In the performance.
Morgathi leans over and he says, "Well, no wonder they don't kick them out."
Yeah, I would let him stay too. This is probably good for business.
Probably. He's looking around. This place is filling up nicely. So, do you actually think Mardukov is on the level, or do you think he's setting us up?
Odds are good he's setting us up, but at the same time, I'm kind of curious just to see more of this place anyway. And if it gives us a chance to accomplish our goal of getting the kiddo set up, might be worth it.
All right, fair enough. And then he just kicks back, and his posture's a lot more relaxed. Like I'm imagining him, like you're on the bench, he has his back up against the table, and his long legs are just kind of sprawled out as people are watching. Okay, Miss Muffet. And
Spider druid.
And now you're a little spider, and you need to make a little spider acrobatics or athletics check as you squeeze underneath the door.
You said athletic or acrobatic?
Acrobatics.
Oh, wait, it's on here, right? That it would say that?
Spider stuff.
So it's probably its dex.
Spider stuff.
Here we go.
It's gonna have fairly high dex.
Yeah, Dex 14.
Yeah.
No spins.
DC's fairly low, but want to see if you.
Times it's like, fuck.
Dex or stealth? The skill.
She's actually having to physically squeeze under there. So
Okay.
acrobatics or athletics, but I doubt the spider has.
Well, it says, wait, hold on. Acrobatics or athletic, wait, how do
Which are skills, and
it just says stealth +4.
Yeah, if it doesn't have it
You're
listed,
just gonna use, let's see, skills, stealth +4. So you're just gonna use the +2 for dex.
dex, yeah.
So 8.
Okay, you're having issues getting your little
Wait, hold on. Is this a 9? I'm sorry. Is this a 9 or a 6? Oh, it's a 9! Okay, hold on.
11.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Actually, that's high enough.
Okay.
Okay, you were having trouble. There was one of your many legs, was 8 of them, in fact. One of your legs was getting stuck under there. But you finally you lose a little bit of fur off the leg. And then,
I just think of like how's that get translate to my human body when I get my human body? I'm like,
Well, I meant to shave my legs. It's been a while.
she managed.
Just my strip down one leg. That was just like.
But you managed to pop into little Miss Snooper. You pop up into Rictavio's room.
don't leave your phone around me.
Probably be killed because of her.
Defend us.
You hear the dancing going on under there. What would you like to do in the room?
Well, I want to where his belongings at. I would like to see what he has, what he's doing.
Are you coming back into elf form, or are you're still skittering around as a spider?
Stay, yeah.
All right, it's going to take you a bit then, because you're having to, and you do have a climb speed, so you can get everywhere, but it's going to take a minute to survey the room from the floor, essentially.
Well, yeah, because if I go back into a yawn, I'm gonna get caught, right?
You could be.
Anybody walks in?
I mean, it's up to you. It's up to you.
I'm gonna turn into my druid. I'm gonna turn back into the druid,
Okay.
and if he sees me, hopefully we just like fuck or something. I don't know. He's like, "What are you doing?" Waiting for you.
Hi.
Waiting for you, yeah.
We're moving the timetable up.
Come on, child. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, so this small guest room contains. So it's basically the same. It's very similar to the room that you're in, but he's changed things around a bit. The small guest room contains a bed heaped with wolf furs, a footlocker, a tall wardrobe, and a writing desk with matching chair. An oil lamp rests atop the desk near a journal bound in a red leather jacket. They're also, I'm going to say with what he was doing here, there's also going to be writing supplies, like there's a quill. They're basically the blocks of ink that you would smash up and then pour water on to write. He's got more of these kind of nice vellum scrolls for the cartography. Photography, that's a different campaign.
Wait, didn't they mention a red leather jacket dude coming into?
Well, yeah, just basically it's like bound in red leather.
It's a journal.
This journal that he has open.
The journal has a jacket, but it's not the same.
Oh, right.
Not
Yeah,
that
different.
jacket.
Yeah,
different.
let's make it if you will.
The wording's a bit odd in that description. And then you see other like knickknacks that you would kind of expect from this traveling half carnival, half storyteller. So he's got different hats. He's got some scarves in here. Maybe a spare set of gloves. Probably some boots that are less showy than the ones that he had on, that are just made for the grind of travel, that kind of thing around here. And then there's going to be at least one like nondescript, just generic, like kind of faded gray Barovian cloak or something.
I'm gonna look for something that sticks out like magical.
Okay.
Detect magic, or
You want to detect magic?
can I do it without doing the spell of detect magic?
I mean, if you take the 11 minutes to ritual cast it, yeah.
Oh,
No, you're not going to take that long. Okay.
No, I don't think-
Otherwise, you can do it swiftly, but it'll cost you a spell slot.
yeah, that's okay. Because I can just nap and it comes back.
That's a long rest.
Quit rubbing.
The spell slots are still a long rest for you.
It's still a long rest.
Yeah. The wild shapes though come back after a nap.
Okay, well then, so then at that point, I'm going to look under like his bed or his pillows.
Well,
real
you're
quick,
just okay.
and then I'm gonna get out of it.
She's going for
That's the last thing. I'm like, I don't see anything. I thought that maybe like I'd get like a weird feeling seeing his stuff, but I don't. I'm like, maybe this guy isn't bad.
With a name like
Mommy, help me.
Rictavio.
There.
I mean, we're towards the end of the day, so if you want to use a spell slot, you're probably going to do a long rest soon.
Rictavio. Suave.
Are we?
I mean, it's getting toward nighttime.
It's almost-
There's no
yeah.
telling what could happen.
We're in
Right, that's what I'm
early
saying,
evening, late
yeah.
afternoon.
You swiftly look around. You don't find anything like obviously nefarious in here, though. It's obvious that he's been in residence here a while. You know, it almost is starting to feel more like his room rather
All right.
than.
I'm gonna get out of here.
Okay, you turn.
I'm gonna get out.
You don't want to linger in there.
Nope.
Okay.
Feeling it. He's coming.
Run!
Do you go back the way you came?
No, I'm going to open the door and peek out and like barely and see if like anyone's out there. And if not, I'm gonna slink out real quick.
You go to open the door and the door's locked. Because it's one of those old doors where you have to have the key.
On both sides, you can't unlock it from the inside.
Nope. Just
All right. All right. I'm going back in spider mode.
okay. You get through. I'm not going to have you roll again because you know what little crevice now to creep through. You even keep all of your fur this time. And then you didn't tell Ismark any of this, right?
No. I slinked out while they weren't like paying attention. Yeah. Walked away as a kitty.
Okay. As you crawl back in, and that Sasha, be careful. That's disgusting. Ismark is he picks up. He had taken off one of his boots to take them off. He picks up the boot and he's about to, and then you right.
This is my leg and I turn into a person.
Sorry. I didn't.
I had to go to the bathroom really quickly. I didn't want to disturb anybody, so I was.
It's so funny if you smashed or anything.
It's okay.
Because you still just pop up.
Yeah.
Just all of a sudden.
Boom mark.
There's a druid.
That would have given him a freaking heart attack if you smashed the spider and then it's
Such a big person.
God. Even a Barovia, that'd be weird.
We're done with it now.
That's going on. Okay, so what was the price, Justin? For
5 and 10. 5 for a regular and then 10 for a bullseye.
10 bullseye. Okay, so
5 times that, I guess.
you commission the bullseye. There is a regular one. Do you want to get the regular one right now?
Yes, I think
Okay.
so.
Okay. So and then
You can make a bullseye one.
He will. Oh, me? Who? Who can make it?
The blacksmith's son.
Yeah, he'll make
going
it.
to.
I'm going to commission that.
You're going to get a regular one and a bullseye later?
Yes.
he has plans. He has lighting plans.
Lantern plan.
Spreading around potential light sources is probably not a bad idea here.
I'm gonna take advantage of the fact that we've got a little opportunity to get it, and hopefully that'll save our butt later.
Especially because you do have party members who do not have dark vision, which could be
That sounds like their problem.
could be bad. That's a you problem until it becomes an us problem.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So
I'm gonna probably
take the bullseye lantern and then describe what you're doing with it.
Okay. So the bullseye lantern,
Yeah.
the one I
Yeah,
have.
yours that you
so
got from Death House.
open it up, kind of, so I can get access to where we would normally see access to it.
Done.
The earrings.
Man, I wanted those.
Just
The daughter's like looking at them and she looks a little bit because she knows it's something. She doesn't know exactly what's happening, but she knows they're about to go away. Probably.
if this was after they left, this would be happening.
This is why we can't have good things.
But he's gonna have to like smash the ruby into dust.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's
Then
250 gold pieces down.
You like take it out of the setting first and then like.
Yeah. You can do that, but
Money is now an issue.
so he'll the earrings themselves without the ruby in it. If he can take that out, he'll give that to the.
Aw. Okay.
Here, have some empty hooks.
No, she could just put
Probably
it.
made out of gold.
She could. Yeah, they're still decent, but she
Yeah.
could put a different gem or something like that.
And she looks over to her dad's back, and he doesn't even bother looking, and she's like, okay. she takes them, and those go into the apron pocket, and those are gone.
But takes the rubies and like smashes that, gets the dust, kind of carefully gathers that all up, has the lantern open, and then he'll take the right amount of dust and start to sprinkle it in and say constant flamme, And as he does so, I sort of picture the particles of the stuff as they're slowly consumed start to like flare little bits and bits and pieces, and they kind of spark between each other, and eventually they just sort of coalesce into like a flame.
What color? I think it just said a flame, right?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, so it looks like a natural.
It looks like an actual flame.
Then, I'm gonna say that this. Okay,
Nothing looks natural here,
right?
so.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Fair enough.
So, I mean, kind of going with the theme. You feel it's tiny, but you do feel a permanent outpost of the Morning Lord's grace answer your call, which is symbolic. Also may be practically very important later on. You feel it though, and the grace comes, coalesces, there's sparks, and then ignition point. And there's a slightly red-tinged flame.
Okay.
That now is burning in there. It gives off no heat.
Yep. And I kind of point that out and kind of run my finger through it. And it's like the purest light. Not any of it is lost to heat.
Kira's impressed and she wants to try it. So
Like before he closes the lantern back up, he'll like put it back over. It's quite an amazing thing. Something I learned long ago. Something I've actually been able to do until now.
Father! Okay. Are you seeing this? I am. And so the siblings are looking at that, and they look at you, and the girl comes up. She says, if you're in the grace of the Morning Lord, you should go speak to Father Petrovich. He's like you. He's a good man.
Very well might.
That's amazing. I would ask how you do it, but I know better.
It's an act of faith and belief.
Is it real though? Is it an illusion? I saw you put your hand on it, and she did too, and it's not.
He'll put his hand kind of between the light and maybe like a wall.
Okay.
As you can see, it actually gives us shadow.
So it's not a trick?
It's not a trick.
She looks at the shadow. Her mind kind of takes that in. It's not a trick.
I've seen them do many things, but lies, illusions, and falsities are not among them.
I hope you're careful. I hope you're careful, and I hope you're in Vallaki for a while. And you see she actually like smiles a little bit for the first time. My name's Elena. And I'm glad you're here.
I'm glad we're here too.
The boy, the young man, he can't help himself. I mean, it's gonna happen.
But Gira had to do it too.
Yeah.
she's like...
And then his already calloused fingers just right in the middle of this kind of slightly ruby-tinged flame. And he shakes his head and then backs off. Okay, so congratulations, you now have your first official magic item in the... Well, I guess there's some others, but first magic item that you made.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
So he'll close that back up.
Okay, and that is permanent, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
Okay.
That's cool.
Probably do that with the other lantern too. I don't know if we do it here or not, but probably.
I think you do. I mean, do you? You make...
I mean, this seems like the better time to do it, so...
You probably want to...
If you're buying it now, then yeah.
You probably want to strike while the iron's hot, so to speak. Okay.
That's right.
You quickly repeat the process once more, and that's a second level, right?
That is a second level, I believe.
I'm pretty sure that is. And you have 2
I
second.
have third level spells.
Yeah,
Yes.
and you have 2.
Definitely second level spell.
Okay, and you have two second levels to do that at this
That's
level.
actually, you need to confirm.
I think you do.
I think I do.
Yep.
Kira's talking with Elena
Okay.
and introducing herself. And was there, I know you mentioned that they had like a scrap of leather around that
Yeah.
blade that they had.
Yeah.
Are there any other little bits of leather?
In an active smithy here at this tech level, yeah, they're absolutely going to be. Yeah,
Kira finds like a little piece that's useless for most major projects.
Okay.
And she's going to show the girl how to fold it up and curl it up like, and then basically create a flower
Aww.
and then give it to her.
Flower.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yes, confirm. 2.
Yeah, 2. Thank you. Thank you very much. Both of you bring gifts. It's generosity to a stranger.
And she shows her how to make it. You can make one too. A flower that does not die.
That's a rarity here.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was looking things up. You gave her the...
Sorry.
Which?
I made a little flower out of a little strip of leather.
Oh, yes.
She's got leather working.
Justin, because this is such a significant symbolic thing, if you don't have it already, I'm going to give you inspiration for that, because that would definitely lift your character's morale. Yeah, that would, for sure.
I had it in a dream once.
You had it in a dream? Well, there you go. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Oh, that's pretty good.
Inspiration in a dream.
That's pretty good. Long gone. If there was inspiration here, it's long gone. Bit of a D2 callback there. All right, so your time in the smithy is over. I know you well enough as a player that you've tried to be discreet with this. So make a either sleight of hand or deception, depending on whether you're being more like socially distracting people or physically discreet with timing this with customers coming in and out.
Oh, I see.
You don't want to be drawing a whole bunch of attention to yourself as you're casting in town.
Right.
It's not technically illegal, but it's just
It's
attention. Yeah.
Um,
I mean, most of the people won't even know what you're doing, other than there's some kind of witchcraft happening in the smithy.
Deception or...
Sleight of hand.
Also, how far set back is the actual forge that he's working at from the front of the
guess we'll
shop?
do a deception check here.
Yeah, it's not right there. It's not right there.
That is a 10.
10. Okay.
Can I help him with that?
If you time it correctly, and then you kind of interpose yourself, yeah, I'll take that as the aid action. Go ahead and roll a second time, as Gira kind of is literally running cover.
Yeah, I can run cover
That
and
is a
distract
17.
and
There you go. Okay.
make some more leather flowers.
Start handing them out.
I was just about to say, yeah, are you handing out some?
Friends, no.
Elena looks over at her father, who has turned around, just looks at the newly enchanted bullseye lantern. I would even say blessed bullseye lantern, as kind of shrugs and goes back to a different portion of the shop where he's making sure that the horseshoes are all arrayed the way that he wants them to be, exactly what he wants them to be, which she was working on earlier. So once he's involved with that, she kind of surreptitiously looks. She takes out a slim leatherworking knife and just cuts off like a piece on the heel of one where it was kind of ragged anyway.
It's perfect for little unwanted scraps,
Right.
kind of thing.
And then she looks over there and she hands it to you.
Aww.
Is there a, do they potentially have something I could just put over the regular lantern to cover it?
Not here, no, but you can find that elsewhere, like a little, yeah, you'd have to be careful because you don't want it getting set on fire. But just to keep like dust out of it for now, you mean, or for use?
For use.
For use.
Because it won't go out.
Right.
How about a leather?
Oh, you're talking about the bullseye.
No. The regular lantern.
Oh, that's right, because you've already enchanted it.
There's no way to cover that. How about a leather cover? I can help with this.
Sure.
Let her leather
We're right there.
Let her leather work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you want to try to create something just on the spot good enough to
For now. But I can work on it a little bit here and there and improve it.
We can just cover it with a cloth for a while.
You can.
And then...
If you want to do that, and then she'll start kind of working on it in her head. And
hey, if you got something that'll fit this nicely, that would be good. This is one that I think...
I have a few
well
scraps, but not,
Sasha.
Not enough material.
Aye, that would be a good gift from both of us then.
Didn't someone say there was an excess of wolf pelts?
And
If they're swimming in them, then I can get one.
Aye.
Yeah, like right now, fortunately, it just looks like a normal. It just looks like a normal lantern, and it is starting to get just a little dark. Not nightfall.
Not in here.
It would almost be stranger to cover up a working lantern right before dusk.
Well, obviously not for the nighttime, but in the middle of the day, someone's going to wonder why you're burning your oil.
I'm gonna say if you want to stop by some, linen merchant or whatever on your way back, that for God everything, because everything's really expensive here. For I guess that would wind up being.
Honestly, we can just keep it wrapped up in a blanket for now.
Do you have a blanket?
Probably.
Or put it.
You can put it inside of.
Or even a spare
one of your
shirt.
packs. You can put it inside of a pack.
Spare shirt, spare pair of pants. I mean, everybody's got.
You traveled pretty light.
I do.
Okay, so you put it in
got an extra.
That's how resolve that. I don't want to spend too much more time on it.
Yeah.
Okay, so
leather. Or red thread.
So you're making you make your way back over there. The Blue Water Inn seems to be in full swing now as dusk approaches. And
we come back and see
you see the dance, you see Finney.
You see Finney still.
You see
He's been jamming it.
Oh yeah, no, he's not. He doesn't. Once he's in. He's going to be there basically until his little body's exhausted.
Which will take a while.
Yes, and he is going to sleep good tonight.
Which we're all going to be grateful for.
Yes, you are. Instead of having him go like a cat at night, where it just it's waking you up and then crawling on different people, brings restless leg syndrome to a whole new level. So you get up there, and eventually, I don't know. I mean, it depends on how long you hang out down there, but it looks like people are going to be. Once dusk falls, nobody there is just as it's getting dark, there are a group of people who leave, who kind of scamper out. But you get the feeling that the people who are in now are in, because they're not going to be wandering around it.
They stay here.
Yeah, and then maybe at their version of dawn, they're gonna they're gonna leave or thereabouts. But I mean, this is going to be an all night affair. So how long do you? How late do you want to stay?
Once these guys get back, I would suggest going up to the room just so that we can all get our stuff put away in there. And I'd like to tell them about what was presented to us in the kitchen. So I feel like that's better had in a quieter.
Okay. You kind of collect yourself and
are we all everybody's up here, including Sasha and Ismark?
No, at that point, yeah. No,
he's probably just still downstairs.
At that point, yeah, Finney's
just gonna keep.
We're not gonna get Finney up here.
No, you're not. I mean, unless you'd have to literally snatch him up. And
I'm not gonna interrupt the.
Morgathi says, "You ladies go on. I'll make sure that he doesn't vanish again."
Oh, good babysitter.
Unfortunately.
How nice of him.
And so yeah, minus Finney and Morgathi, the rest of the party is up in the room. And in this final scene of the session, what do y'all do?
Well, we have an interesting proposition laid out before us. And I'll explain everything about the wine shortage, the possibility of the scarecrows, and what we learned about them, and what he is offering in return, including that it seems to be a pretty open back and forth as far as information exchange. So I think he's willing to answer pretty much anything we're trying to ask.
Do you
Seems like a fair offer.
Do you trust this man?
It was a short meeting, I can't say for sure. Everyone here a little harder to read for me than usual, but I've been racking my brain about what his nefarious intentions would be, and the best I could come up with is setting up some trap to rob us, or if there is a party that's interested in us already, if he was paid off to set us up so we could be trapped.
That's more likely, I think.
So those are certainly possibilities.
Did you all know that she could turn into a spider?
Yeah, she can pretty much do what she likes.
I thought you just turn into...
It's her way of opening boxes.
Well, oh,
Hey,
okay.
that's true.
It works well.
Don't ask. That happened one time, you guys. One time.
And we're never gonna forget it.
Boxes? All right.
Yes, hopefully it will not happen again. It was very messy.
Sasha gets the, I just had an idea face, and then he starts furiously drawing.
Oh my god, I'm inspiring you.
I do have to say, not that I'm... I feel like part of what's wrong with this land is just not a good brew, and the idea of thus setting out to go save some grapes for the wine, something's just not right about that. But,
Ismark says,
on a serious note,
you keep talking about this brew, and it's hard for me to imagine the taste of something that isn't wine, Durgan.
One day we'll show him.
So much
Bloody-
better and so
there's just
many
so much more to
different
know.
ways.
Poor soul.
but
It's golden and smooth and just...
do not... I do not think what this man speaks is not true. I think what he's saying is that it could be part of the tools that hold together the towns like this. If there's anything that this place needs, it's moments of levity and I don't know, icons of joy.
Yeah, they were really willing to bypass their entire law so that those ladies could dance and entertain the people downstairs. I think they're kind of starved for anything nice or fun or distracting around here, and that's why they have all these crazy festivals all the time.
They're being forced to do that, though.
Well,
But
Exactly. It sounds like the innkeeper is one of many that does not trust the people who run the town.
On that note, friends, I wanted to say that technically I probably should, I don't know, tomorrow or the next day at the latest, I should go seek an audience with the Baron, since I guess I'm the head of Barovia village now. It's customary for the different burgomasters to, if you come into another's domain, that you present yourself.
But I suppose you should also think about what that means moving forward. If you are not the leader of Barovia, by leaving it, then is that a problem for him?
Well, there's also another factor to consider on that note. If Sasha here is going to be taking residence.
Is he? I don't know, brother. Am I?
The question is, did you come here for anonymity?
I'm kind of having fun right now, but Chase kind of scratches the back of his head. I don't know. Ismark says, well, there's a lot we don't know right now, Sasha. I guess it's possible, so you mean Sasha could maybe leave her?
He said... I tried to be vague, but I asked if he was offering the possibility of permanent residence for someone here in Valaki.
And he seemed at least to entertain the idea?
Yeah.
And Sasha stops drawing now and just looks over to the conversation more seriously. It still hasn't said anything. He's on the bed. One of the beds. All right. What else, Durgan? You had more to say, I think.
Only that maybe that's the inroad to doing that task. Maybe speaking with this person is going to be the thing we need to do to secure that position. Or perhaps not. Maybe the person that you spoke with is the way to go. It comes down to what it is that you want to do, Ismark. How, as you've put it, how well known do you want to make this action? How incognito are you going to be? Is that right? Incognito?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's right.
I I guess I hadn't even, to be honest, I hadn't even really thought about much past getting here. And maybe as far as Gresk, if there was no safe harbor to be found, but it looks like fortune smiles upon us for once, upon us cursed Goyanoviches, and there may be an opening here.
And back to the original talking point, I think that's one more reason to reinforce this place. I have a feeling we're going to need to be here once in a while, and anything we can do to make it a little bit safer for Sasha and others is going to benefit them as well.
Been having a strong connection with somebody who can provide us a place to stay if we need a place. Not a bad idea.
I think it is good to invest in this place one way or another.
A problem for now is if we go to this vineyard, are we taking you and Sasha as well? Do you stay here? How hidden do you want to be? Do you want to reveal yourself to this local mayor and then we immediately leave west for this vineyard?
Gira, if it was just me, it's not even a question. Of course, I would not let you go into battle alone. Any of you.
All the good news is, his mark is that you have both a night and a bed to sleep in to think about it.
True words. What is your best counsel, Gira? Honestly. What should I do, or what would you do in my place? You know the dilemma as well.
Friends, always honesty. But this place doesn't
necessarily reward that.
Not this place, but any place really could be filled with friends or others.
Do you think it's safe to leave him here? And the connected question is, should I go with you?
And the answer would be, depends on who is watching over Sasha. And how much do you trust them?
I don't know if I trust anyone here.
I don't know.
Do you know the character of this man that you wish to speak with here?
Oh, what, the Baron? He seems pretty awful as far as I can tell. He's putting people in the stockades for not smiling enough. But as to Erwin, I trust your instincts, Farron, but I haven't known this man long enough. I would need at least a deep conversation with him, see how he acted around Sasha. Sasha's intuition, too, is keen. I'd want to see what he thought of him.
Well, I didn't have a long conversation with him, but I think he's willing to talk more. I told him we were going to take the night to think on it, so I'm sure if you wanted to speak with him tomorrow and reveal to him which person I was referring to, you could talk to him more about what he would imagine the arrangements could be for Sasha. Get your idea of what you think of him.
The alternative, I suppose, is to continue on west to Kresk. I know even less about that situation there, but it is the farthest point in the valley away from him. And
if you are just continuing on and not staying, then there is no need to inform this Baron who may or may not be trusted.
No, it's true. It's true. I'm sorry to keep repeating myself. I'm not sure. All of my past experiences, I feel like are useless here. I don't know what the correct... It's like wandering. It's like being in the forest and having 3 or 4 different paths in front of me, and they all look the same. They all look bad. They all look dangerous. But I know I can't just sit here. I know I have to choose one and commit to it. And you're right, Durgan, if we're going to be here, we have to make it the best possible home it can be. There are enough people here. It's not like the village. It's not just getting picked away raid by raid. Even though...
It is safe from certain things.
Yes.
It feels like there's things lurking, but it feels more manageable here.
Before I can make that determination, friends, I would have to speak with the Baron and see if is he just obnoxious or is he insane? You know, there's a difference. Obnoxious I can deal with. There's a way to placate him and get around him. If he's not stable, I don't want us to stay here.
Then you already have your answer.
I do?
Yes, you are deciding between paths, and you do not have to choose one this moment. So the answer is sit, listen.
You're not going to sit. I know you. You're going to be gone soon.
Well, we're going to stay here tonight.
Tonight? But
And we hope to come back.
are you coming with me to the Baron, or are you leaving for this vineyard?
Well, let's speak with Erwin tomorrow so you can get an idea of him as a man and see how soon he needs us to hit the road, as it were.
Okay. Okay.
You want us to go with you to the Baron? I will go.
Farron, in your time and place, you are I think the word is a diplomat.
Yeah, this is kind of actually what I do.
What's the correct, is it better for, I'm not sure if it's better for me to go and just one or two other people, or if we need to have a show of strength, or...
We don't think a big show is the best idea, especially since we have plenty of our people in our party who look a little different than the folks around here. We don't want to cause more of a scene than we need to at this point. I'd say take one or two of us, show you have support, and state your case.
All right. I'll pray and see what comes.
If someone goes, would you be able to stay in touch with whoever is on the other end of that house, or wherever they might go?
Only goes so far.
Sorry.
Bless you.
Was that cute? I'm sorry.
One way or another, we're going to have you back, Mark.
If everyone wanted to follow along and stay outside or nearby enough that I could communicate, there's always that possibility.
Aye, that might be a good idea.
This, the innkeep, Erwin, you mentioned that he had talked about having a way of keeping in touch with the winery under normal circumstances, no?
Some kind of communication abilities that they have.
That's probably something we need to find out then. See if there's a way that we can use that. If he's willing. I'm sure he's feeling us out the same way that we're feeling him out right now.
Yeah, I think if we scratch his back, he's going to scratch ours pretty well.
That's the thing. From everything that you're saying, he needs us and he wants something out of you.
Seems that way.
Okay, then.
He said if he doesn't trust this Baron, then it makes sense he would turn to even strangers.
Then I suppose we sleep, and in the morning I speak with him, and then go to the Baron?
Sounds like a plan to me, as long as there's maybe some breakfast in there.
Breakfast is good.
It is good.
I think that's going to happen for sure, Farron. Sasha says, "Don't worry, brother." And he climbs off and he drapes himself over Ismark's shoulders and puts his head right next to him. And he says, "No matter what, it's going to be okay. We have a cleric of the Morning Lord. We have a strong Gira. We have a spider, and we have a beautiful Farron. What can go wrong?" And Ismark does not answer. And that, my dears, is where we will leave the tale for now. All right.
That's gracious.
Faraway friends, I hope you've enjoyed yourself. Thank you so much for spending your time with us. It is precious, and we deeply appreciate that as well. Take care out there, and stay curious. Thank you. We'll see you soon. Bye.
Cheers, everybody.
Bye.